All right, so now let's talk about, I want to give you just five core values. And so we have the Yes Masters Code. The Yes Masters Code is based on these 5 core values that we have at Yes Masters. So these are our 5 core values of Yes Masters. Core value number 1 is what?
Truth.
What is it?
Truth.
Truth. Everybody write down truth. Core value number 2 is, what is it?
Certainty.
Certainty. Everybody say certainty.
Certainty.
In Zoom land, say it. Say certainty. Yep. Certainty. Now, what is the truth? No BS. You got it. It's the truth is I want the facts. I want reality, not bullshit. No BS. Right? What is the key certainty for a creator? So here is the key certainty for a creator. The key certainty is I am the one. I am the one. I love this one. I love the movie The Matrix because Neo was the one, right? But he didn't know he was the one. Morpheus knew. Nobody else knew. And he goes, why is all this happening to me? I'm nobody. And Morpheus, no, you're the one. What if you were the one? I am the one. What are you the one to do? Create. Create your empire. Create your future. You are the one. Nobody else. But there has to be this certainty. This is why your story is everything on which all of your life, all of your success or failure is going to be built. And if your story is, I am the one, that I was called, see, my story is, I am called to be a prophet. I'm called to build an empire. It's my story. It's what I believe. So I'm not just waking up every day and saying, oh, what can I do? And the question that I then get to is, how do I do it? Well, the question of how do I do it is not as important as just the reality I am the one. Because once I know I am the one, we'll figure that part out. Number 3, unity. And unity means having this sense of unity with allies and collaborators that can help you build your kingdom, that help you create the world you want. I think it's interesting. I don't know what the parallel is in the Bible. The Bible account of creation, God says, "Let us make man in our image." It's plurality. And yet God is one, but we later on learn, for those who believe in Christianity, Christians believe that there is God the Father, there is the Holy Spirit, and then there is God the Son. So there is the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And this trifecta is like it was a mastermind. Now I don't wrap my head around that. I don't understand it, but that's what I believe. And so for us, we have this community where it's I'm never alone. You're never alone. I have people in my life that help me build my kingdom, that help me create my kingdom, just like you guys do. So you have the Yes Masters community, so that you're never alone. So these are they're co-collaborators, they are co-creators, they are allies that can help and support you can help and support each other in doing this. This is when I created the original Inner Circle Mastermind, which is now the Round Table of Thrones. This was what I visualized and what I envisioned, is being able to build something that the people that are in that mastermind would become not only allies with me, but some of them would become my best friends. And would become collaborators with me in my work and my calling. Now, you guys are a part of that, invited into this community, but you, as time goes on, you will become a creator of that. By the way, your marriage should be a collaboration. It should be a mastermind. If it's not, that will always hold you back. And this is Napoleon Hill talks about in Think and Grow Rich. He's like, one of the most powerful, the core key mastermind in your life, if you're married, is your spouse. Because there's no other relationship that is going to have as big an impact in your life as that relationship will for almost everybody. And that was true for me, true for you, true for all of us. So What does that mean? It means our choices have consequences. So if you have it, you want to build it. You want to make it powerful. Can a marriage hold you back? Yes or no? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, relationships in any capacity can hold us back, or they can propel us and elevate us and lift us up by the choices we make. Number 4 is greatness. Just the standard to code is greatness, that being the best in the world, that being the absolute best, living into my potential, living into my calling, that greatness is the standard. Good is not the standard. Good is not standard. This is what I had to look at. I had to look at this in my body. I had to look at this in my fitness. I had to look at this in my family and friends, my marriage. As I was like, I had to look at this as a father. One of the biggest changes for me was my decision to create the mountain ranch. Was New Mexico was not the place I had envisioned. I envisioned Utah. That was where I was going to do it. And I like Utah. I just love the mountains there. It's beautiful and all that kind of stuff. But I also had this commitment that I'm rebuilding my relationship with my daughters and building a relationship with my grandsons. And I was like, if I do it in Utah, it's not going to build it. Because they don't come to California to see me very much. I have to go to Texas to see them. And I'm like, there's never going to be like, if I build it in Utah, that's never a place that any of them ever go or come or anything like that. It's expensive. And I'm like, I'm going to have to be the one coming to see them and all that. And when I go see them, I'm just a visitor in their home. I don't change their environment. But if I could have a mountain ranch and my grandsons come and they hang out on the mountain ranch and they get exposed to what we create and they get to come and attend what I want to create, changes their life, changes everything. My daughters get to see a different world. They get to see a different reality than what they grew up in. They get to see their dad in a different environment rather than just coming to visit me in my house or me coming to see them and I'm a guest in their house. And so it was like, okay, where could I get a ranch that has all the stuff I want in a mountain ranch, but they can do it? And right where I am right now, it's 5 hours from my oldest daughter and her family and 5 hours from my younger two daughters and their family, and it's right in the middle. So whenever they go to see each other, or Haley, my oldest daughter, comes down from Denver to go to Lubbock to visit her mom, guess what's right on the way? Grampy's Ranch. So guess where the grandsons are going to want to come stay and not leave, because Lubbock's ugly. Like I want them to want to come and never leave my place. Right? I want to have that place where they build their memories. I want a place that they grew up going like, that's going to be ours someday. So I'm like, it's going to be New Mexico, because that became a part of my vision of what I wanted to create, of rebuilding my family. And so that became part of the journey. And then I found the ranch about 6 months ago. I'm like, okay, there's the ranch right there. I have certainty I'm going to get it, but the circumstances don't look good right now. Because they turned down my offer. They accepted another offer. It's contingent. Motherfucker. We're just waiting. But I have absolute certainty. I'm like, and if it's not that, I'm like, okay, God, I know you got something better, so I just can't wait to see what the better one is, because this one was like, had everything I wanted. Like, okay. So we're like, but I'm at this moment, like, I have no how. Like, how do I do? I don't have a how. I only have the clarity about what I'm creating. I don't know how I'm going to create that. I don't know how I'm going to get that ranch. But I'm going to get that ranch. If it's not that one, it'll be another one. This is why I bought a fifth wheel travel trailer. I bought a fifth wheel. Did I tell you guys this? I told you guys bought the fifth wheel. I'll show you videos at lunch. Fucking insane. I took delivery of it on Friday. I mean, $125,000. I paid $69,000 for my first house in 1998. For my first house in North Richland Hills, paid $69,500 for it. And I just paid $125,000. I didn't pay $125,000. It was $125,000. I paid $102,000 for it. For a brand new fifth wheel travel trailer. It's like insanely cool. And the reason I did it was I wanted to be in a place where that when I get the ranch, what if the ranch does not, what if it's a different ranch and doesn't have a house on it? So I just invested $4,000 or $3,000 to get a Starlink business satellite internet, that's the Elon Musk thing. so I can have high speed 300 gigabytes per second anywhere where there's sky. It's $500 a month. Like, fuck it. I'm going to have it. What if I get the ranch and it has the house on it? I'm like, cool, then I'll have that and I'll become a guest cottage. My fifth will become a guest cottage for the kids, grandkids, whatever. So it's like, this is my adventure. So I'm like, I am going west, young man. I'm actually going east, but it's kind of like, this is my covered wagon. Like, I'm going to be in my covered wagon. I can take my home wherever I want to go. Because I didn't want to get into a long-term lease and then get a ranch. And they're like, fuck, now I've got 8 months left on a lease or whatever and be stuck. So I'm like, what can I do? I grew up living, for 2 years, I lived in a mobile home. In a motorhome, not a mobile home. I lived in a motorhome, like a camper, for 2 years in second and third grade. And so I'm like, I can do this. Now, that one we lived in was tiny. This one is not. So, and it's big enough to run my company out of it, big enough to do coaching calls. I can do webinars out of it. It's like big enough that I can do a back stride. It's cool. All these because I'm creating something. It's not the way I envisioned it, a lot of pieces of it, but the how is not what was important. It's what I'm creating. That's what's important. And then the how will appear. And so the how is appearing. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's go this way. I made the decision like in one day. I got 4 options. I got 4 options. I had 4 options of where I was going to live in Santa Fe. 4 options. I'm like, option 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one's the right one? Boom, option 4, go. That's what I did. And I literally went down that day and bought it. Because when you have clarity, move. Right? When you have clarity, you move. Okay, so greatness is the standard. And victory, winning is everything. Why? This is your championship. This is your one shot. You get one shot. One shot at life. So what am I going to do? Never settle. Winning is everything.